Everything I talk about, the Most High calls me to know through experience. And some people might ask, like, who is this individual? Why does she have all these experiences? And what is it about her? The thing about it is, I was a mind control torture victim for many, many years, decades. And I was held hostage by the Nephilims. And I never really lived or have a normal life like other people. It was just constant torture, mind control torture. All my life, I've been crying out to the Most High to deliver me, to help me, to heal me. And when He finally came through for me, I just needed Him to reveal who was doing these things to me, what was being done. And then He revealed the Nephilims, only to find out that I have always been a targeted individual. When the Most High first anointed me, I was able to see everything in the spirit realm. But I was so scared. I could not believe what I was seeing. I was seeing these huge, ugly monsters, these huge Nephilims. Some of them look like they're made from a pile of rocks, and some of them look like, big old rusted trees from in the forest. Some of them melting. They look so ugly, so hideous, slimy and disgusting and disturbing. And I wasn't sure what to do. So the first thing came to my mind was to run away from these beings. And the more I try to run away from them, the more they appear everywhere. And after a while, I get to realize that this is what the world really look like. This is what the world is about. The Most High was allowing me to see truth, to let me know that what had me in bondage, what had me under mind control and programming and torture me all my life were not human. They are demons, the Nephilims, giants, children of the fallen angels, Satan children, and their intention is absolutely no good. Since the Most High started teaching me, I have felt the hand of the Nephilims, and He caused me to know what they can do, physically and spiritually. They have come out at me in many ways, because what these beings does is afflict and inflict harm and pain and evil on the Most High children in the spiritual, and then show themselves in the physical like regular people, laughing and mocking. Because if the individual is not aware of the spiritual, they are not sure as to what is happening to them. So these beings be laughing, and you're like, why are these human people laughing at me? What is so funny? Why are they so evil? Why are they so cruel? They are laughing because they are the one who have set the trap, and Most High children get caught in it. Since the Most High opened my eye to the spirit realm in 2015, I have had many encounters with the Nephilims, with witches. I mentioned about the Matrix reset that took place in 2020, how they have carried the world backward. And I was supposed to make a video about, since they have carried the world backward, how these beings have made themselves stronger, and they behave as if they are untouchable and there's none like them. And the next thing, I was also supposed to make a video about a friend of mine when I first found out he was a reptilian shapeshifter, and how I had to pretend so I could escape from him trying to make me into his meal. I did not get the time to make these videos, like something was hindering me from making the video because there was something else I needed to learn. There are people in our lives who we are very, very close with. We trust them. They are our friends. They could be an aunt or a parent or a cousin. And we trust these people. And we believe that they love us because they have been in our lives for years. They will help us. They will assist us in paying our bills. They will assist us in buying clothes or simple things. Whatever it is we need, they will try to assist us in the best way possible. Therefore, we would not look at these people as someone who will ever try to harm us or do us wrong. And sometimes these people, they are quick to talk about God. They will go to church, they might read their Bible, they might encourage us in God, and this causes us to let our guards down around them. So we let our guards down around these people because we trust them, believing that they're real Christian people. They love the Most High. They go to church. They help us out. They help out others. And they have no sinister plan. This is how we get in trouble. It is written, our enemy is within our own household. The people we would never think to be enemies, they are our enemies. Majority of the time, the silent and the nice ones. At the same time, we cannot go and accuse people. We need the knowledge of the Most High. We need God's Spirit in us. We need His discernment so we can discern to know who our enemies are. I have encountered witches. A whole bunch of witches came out at me one time and they shake the entire earth. I'm trying to tell you, they push so much power that I never knew that I would live to see the next day. When the Most High wake me up the next day and I went outside, I expect everything to be out of place. When I went outside, there was some banana tree. They were still standing. Nothing was out of place. I'm trying to tell you, they shake the entire earth so much. And I was so surprised that nothing in the physical realm fell. I could not believe it. I was like, they push all this power. At the same time, everything in the physical is standing. And I have encountered Nephilims where a whole bunch of them came out at me one time. A whole entire week. It's like I was asleep. By the time I wake up to go make breakfast or do something, bam, they knock me down again. And I was up and they knocked me down. I was up and they knocked me down. They were doing that for like a whole entire week. And, the good Lord helped me to overcome and to realize that this is their power. This is how they operate. This is how they behave. So the Most High helped me up out of that slumber. Helped me to stand and strengthen me so I could walk past them. No matter what they come at me with, the Almighty don't allow it to affect me anymore. But He just allowed me to know that these are the type of powers that they have. This is what they can do. He did not allow their power or their attack to knock me out like that anymore. Since 2020, they have opened a whole bunch of portals and they have let out a whole bunch of different type of evil spirits, a whole bunch of clones and mannequin walking about us, robots walking about us, everything looking like real people, liquid crystal body, holographic body, everything is just masquerading as physical beings, and they're not. Some people I know them for years, and I was in a situation where I needed to go and stay by them. These are people who go to church. These are people who I know for years. Everything was fine for about a week. All that noise and all these Nephilim closing in on me, none of that was taking place. I was able to sleep peaceably for about a week. I get up, I eat, and I drink, and I take showers and go to sleep. I was just trying to relax my mind, because all these demons were coming about me. A whole bunch of noise. Just imagine a whole bunch of dogs just barking at you at once, and you don't know what in the world is going on, right? So going by those friends give me a chance to get away from all that noise. After a week, I realized that something was happening, something similar to what I have experienced before when I was knocked down by the Nephilims for the entire week. When I saw that I was being knocked down again for about a week, I was like, okay, I've been through this before. I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. But then I realized that it's now 2 weeks, then 3 weeks. And I was like, okay, something was literally knocking me unconscious. I could barely get out of bed to go brush my teeth. I could barely get out of bed to take a shower. And as soon as I eat something, I just crawl back into bed and knock out again. And then barely get up to do anything at all. This attack was different from the Nephilims knocking me out for a week, from all the witches coming at me, literally turning the earth upside down. It was different. Something knocking me unconscious. I was not able to focus on the physical or on the spiritual. I wasn't able to focus on God. I wasn't able to focus on myself. I couldn't do anything at all. I was literally unconscious. And when I realized I was in this unconscious state for 1 year, that's how long it was. I didn't know what to do. And one day I get up and I went on my knees and I started praying to God. I prayed for about 2 hours or more. I wasn't sure what I praying about, but I just talking to God. I just telling him. And I could feel like God allowed the enemy to give me some space. It's like they close in on me and just swallow me up. And like the most, I just allow them to kind of like spit me out and give me some space. And when I went and checked the time, it showed a month. So in the physical, it's a month. But what I was trapped in is for a year. And whatever was going on with me, I still couldn't understand. Like, I'm around people that I know, I'm around people that I trust. When the Most High first anointed me, I went around these people. I've never seen them shapeshift. I never seen them glitch. There was nothing off about them. In my mind, these are real human people. I never thought about them as anything else other than being human. After that long, agonizing year, I tried to focus more on God. And I realized that they were feeding me. They like to feed me. They want to choose what I should eat for breakfast and dinner, right? And they would make the food presentable and everything. But I realized whenever I eat this food, it's like it caused me to be weak. And it caused me to be fearful. What am I afraid of? I have no clue. I was literally afraid for no reason. And not only that, I find myself start smelling like a Nephilim, right? Because the Nephilims have very unpleasant smell. So I will take showers, I brush my teeth and everything, but there's this weird smell. There was this weird smell coming from my body, like, what in the world is that? I don't normally smell like that. It's like a demon is under my armpit. They were putting demons in me and then feeding it. After a while, I realized the food starts smelling like human feces. The food is presentable, the food looks good. Sometimes it's fast food, whatever it is. All the time, it smelled like human feces. When all of this was happening, I still didn't know like what is causing it.
Wake up, we're going through spiritual warfare. Open up your eyes and be aware. There is a tear within the fabric of who we are. And it's bizarre, it's even more rare than seeing a shooting star. So much anger in people's eyes and that grief in people's lives. So many things are going wrong within the time.
The Nephilims were rejoicing. I heard them on the outside. They were rejoicing. They were happy. They were having the time of their life. And I'm like, why are they rejoicing like this? And I realized these people around me, they're looking at me with hatred in their eyes. So much hatred and bitterness. As if they want to kill me, they want to get rid of me. And I'm like, why are they looking at me like that? So in my mind, I'm saying demons possess them and have them looking at me like that because, like I'm telling you, I see these people as humans. Therefore, I would never think of them as a demon. Right away, I think that they are demon possessed. And when all of that was going on, I was invited to a party. So when I went to the party, like some of the Nephilims were aware that I could see them. They try to fix themselves to appear more human. They'll be buying stuff, playing games, drinking and whatever, just to appear normal. So I don't try to identify them. I didn't go there to identify them. I went there because I just need a break from the house after a year. And I needed a break from the bed. So I was just there, trying to drink something, do a little dance or whatever. And I went home. A week later, I was invited out again. But this time, the Nephilims were not trying to appear human or normal. They were laughing. They were rejoicing. They were having the time of their life. Because guess what? They know something that I don't know. And they realize I don't know it. Therefore, they rejoice. Because they realize that I am in great danger and didn't even know it. So it's like a feast. Like, yes, she's in a great trap. She don't know it. They're rejoicing because now they're going to just get rid of her and they're going to have a feast. They rejoice. They mock because I know what I was going through and I wasn't sure what was happening yet. So I just forget about them and I just trust God because I know God is my protector. Just trust in the Most High with all their laughing and mocking. And I started dancing. Start dancing as if they don't exist. And then I left. And this kind of puzzled me, like, why in the world are they rejoicing so much? So the Most High was giving me hints. And then finally, He revealed that my friends, for many years, who I trusted, was a fallen angel whose intention was to kill and to destroy me for no reason. And I get to realize that not only was he trying to destroy me, he's been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years. I just never know. Because I never knew what they were. When your spiritual eyes open, you will see everything in front of you, but you're not sure what you're looking at. So it's hard for you to differentiate Nephilim from fallen angel, except the Most High teach you. The thing about a fallen angel, they look like a regular person. They don't be glitching out and shape shifting and everything like the Nephilims. They don't do that. Remember, the Bible tell you that the angels put on flesh and came and married the human, and this is how they brought forth the giants who are the Nephilims. You can be dating a fallen angel. You can be married to a fallen angel. Fallen angel can be a part of your family. You would never ever see them shapeshift. They look like a real person. It's a solid person. It's a real person. They are good actors. They are good pretenders. They are the masters of pretending, acting, lying, and disguise. And these are the type of power that they push that knock me unconscious. The first month was a year, and the second month was 6 months. Because they're able to stop time, to slow down time, to speed up time. They're able to do all these things. Let me give you an example about time stopping. See, I look at the time right now and it's 7 o'clock and I wash a whole bunch of clothes. I clean the house. I take showers. I cook. I'm trying to tell you, I do a whole bunch of stuff. I put the clothes on the line. I wait until the clothes are dry. I pick them back up. And when I come back and check the time, 7:15. I am talking from experience. This is something I have experienced before. I did a whole bunch of house chores, a whole bunch of stuff. And when I checked the time, it was just few minutes past the hour. This is how these beings operate. And remember, I was in their territory. I cannot let these beings know I know what they are. So I had to pray to God to help me to not let them know that I know what they are. So I pretended and I behaved stupid. I behave as if I have no sense. I just eat, bathe, sleep, talk something stupid, just for them not to know that I know what they are. Fallen angels have always been among us, and this was shocking to me. Number one, these are people I know for years. This is my friend. How in the world are you a fallen angel? I mean, you're supposed to love God. You're supposed to be a Christian person. You're supposed to, be doing good and the things of God. How in the world are you a fallen angel? That was shocking. Number two, I thought fallen angels were only the celebrities and they are in the second heaven. I never know they were among us. It is written, when my enemies, even my foes, come upon me to eat up my flesh, they shall stumble and fall. I realize that these beings, they have put the Most High out of their mind, out of their life, and out of the world, made themselves gods, and tell themselves that they are the only God, therefore there's nobody else. So when we are being saved and protected by the Most High, they behave shocked as if like, who is doing that? I don't know. I mean, they have a whole lot of sense, but they pretend as if they're stupid or something. Because they must know that there's a God. Come on. Many of the Most High children dating them, marrying them, their family members, their friends, they're close. You would never know. Because the same way a human being would treat you with love and compassion and care, this is exactly how the fallen angels are. You will look at a fallen angel and believe it's a human. These things, they do not shape shift. It's either you're going to see them in their real form, which is a fallen angel form, or you're going to see them in the human form. And the only way you're going to see them in their real form is unless the Most High open your eyes to see. And Nephilim can be sitting there and a part of him start to shape shift. His hand might look like a paw because it might be a werewolf. You might see some sharp teeth or some long fangs, or the slit snake eye, the scaly skin. You might see the web feet, or there's always something. The man walking down the road, but it's actually a snake that is gliding in clothes. Or you might be looking at this beautiful, sexy lady when it's actually an insect, like a roach, like a cockroach standing upright. The fallen angel, it is not like that. They look like regular people. You don't be seeing no shape shifting. You don't be seeing no glitching out. You don't be seeing no nothing like that. They look real. They look solid. The thing about the fallen angels, you can tell that something is wrong with this individual. Something don't sit right in your spirit. They look like human, they talk like human, they pretend to care, they do good to you, but something in your spirit telling you that something ain't right about this individual. At the same time, they do not shapeshift. So what are they? Just because they don't shapeshift, you might believe that they are humans who might be possessed or some spirit messing around with them to mess with you. No matter how powerful these beings are, God is greater. Always remember, the Most High God is greater. The Most High opened my eye to the Nephilims. He gave me wisdom about the Nephilims since 2015. And He now caused me to know about the fallen angels just 2022. Just last year, 2022. I thought it was the Nephilims getting stronger. But I was encountering their dads, the fallen angels. They were closing in on me. And where I was staying, almost all the people in that area are fallen angels. So sometimes when you see your enemies rejoicing too much, when you are at a certain place, good for you to start paying attention. Something ain't right. You are among your own kind and you don't know it.